Okay, let's hope people come. Hi, one person. Usually I schedule my lives, but in this case, like last week when I did like a spontaneous live, like more people came than for the scheduled live. So I was trying to experiment today to see if anyone would come. Like you know, if it was unscheduled and I just made the announcement. But anyway, let's see. Hi, one person. Let's hope more people come. It's a good topic today. Hi. Always the first to say hi, Briniest. Last week you were the first also. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Let's wait a minute more or so to see if anyone else is gonna come. I'm gonna do the live regardless to talk about angel armies who have done the world some good. Actually, we all have done the world some good, so we're definitely going to talk about that. Yeah, I can't wait. So, who else is here? Welcome, welcome. Can everybody hear me okay? I've got like such bad dark circles. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. Um, excuse me. All right, let's get started. Today's topic, as you can tell from the title of this live, is Armies Have Made the World a Better Place. And I've done quite a bit of research on this. And let's talk about, because the last two lives that we did for Army Tea Time, the topic was quite negative, was like talking about stalker armies and scammer armies. But today we're going to talk about a good thing. The tea is cold. Not cold. The tea is nice and warm. And so we're going to talk about the good that armies have done. I've written quite a few things here. When I became an army before debut, so but back then we were just BTS fans, right? We didn't have the name army. So I've been following them for a long time. And so the first army project that I ever heard of, because when we first started following, like we're not like a cohesive group just yet, right? So nobody starts projects for BTS or for the world from the get-go. So by 2000, the first project I ever heard of, but definitely not the first army project ever, but the first project I ever heard of was in 2016 in June. Chinese army, a group of Chinese army from China, they went to a small town, a town in need, and they built a library. Like they didn't give money and was like, there you go, build the library. They went to the small town, and of course, some money was involved, and some professional, builders were involved. But they were there for the building of the library. They built a library, and where is it? They called it Love Book House of BTS. And it's so cute, and it was donated by China Army Union. And it even has the old BTS logo. You know what I mean? The old logo. I'm gonna give you a link so that you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to post the link. I'm going to paste the link here. You guys can visit it. On just a second. I really want to see, I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you the link. Everything that I'm talking about, I'm going to give you the link for, just so the logo with the vest. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, I'm not like saying, here, look at the logo. It's here, look at the library. Why was it so hard to copy paste? There we go. That's the library. So a lot of when I was doing research for this topic last night, a lot of the events for BTS that are helping the world happened in June. So I'm sure you guys know why. Why do so many events happen in June? It's because it's for BTS's debut anniversary. It's for their birthday. So a lot of ARMY projects, let's see, out of all the ones that I looked up, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. And 4 out of 7 that I wrote about are all, in June. They happen in June because of BTS debut anniversary, which I think is really cute. So every June you can expect to see on social media, ARMY's doing good in the world. So you can keep up with the news, I guess, on Twitter, or you can just simply Google BTS ARMY, like donate. Just use the word donate and you'll see like a whole bunch of projects for that anyway. So that was in June 2016. That's as far back as I can remember. There have been plenty of other projects that have helped armies globally. And one project that I personally donated for is the Namjoon Soup. As you guys know, in the Soup, we have that series where BTS hang out in the forest. Soup means forest. And so in 2019, in September, we have this fan site called Honeyjoon, and she started a project to build Namjoon Soup. So because Namjoon is so into nature and forests, so what better way to celebrate him than to build a little forest for him? So in 2019, in way before September, of course, she started the project and she gathered donations. I didn't donate for Namjoon Soup 1 because, as usual, I'm cautious about like just donating. And by the time Namjoon Soup 2 rolled around, which was in 2020, I donated to the second Namjoon Soup, and whoever donates gets like a little souvenir to show that you've donated. So I got this little. I hope it focuses so that you can see. Ah! Wait. How do I get it to focus? I thought just putting your hand there was like good enough. Does it? Will it? Anyway, it says here, proud participant of Namjoon Forest 2. Namjoon Forest 2 for BTS RM. Yeah, a proud participant of RM Forest 2. I wanted to go over and help build the forest because for Namjoon Forest 1, armies, Korean armies, or whoever actually, if you were in that location, in that area, you had to sign up and then you can go plant the trees for Namjoon Soup. That was in 2019 for Namjoon Soup 1. And Honeyjoon, this fan site, she raised almost 10K USD, and that was enough to plant a lot of trees. I think the trees were pretty small. The trees were not like big trees. They were trees that grew really slowly for some reason. Well, yeah, I guess so. Because she planted them in September. I visited in January, which was like 4 months later, and they were still like super short and tiny. I think I have pictures here. Yeah. So I visited Namjoon Soup 1. And because Namjoon Soup 1 was like so cute and there was a sign there and everything, and I left photo cards there, like 2 boxes of photo cards. And I saw that other people had also left boxes of like whatever things for visiting armies to you can come and you can just take one and leave. And so, a lot, I guess everybody had the same idea to do that. So I went to the soup and next to the RM soup signboard, I left boxes of photo cards. So do you see this army project? It's like so it makes you really feel like you're a part of something. So, just I would say the feeling of just, seeing a cause and donating is not the same at all as being emotionally invested in the cause and donating. Like it means that much more to you. It means so much more to you to donate for a cause that you're personally involved in. And like it it serves so many purposes. You feel good, you did something for the environment, you helped plant a tree, you sponsored something, but also it was in Namjoon's name, so you did something for Namjoon for his birthday or for BTS's anniversary. And also, of course, if you plant if you plant a mini forest, you can't just plant it anywhere you like. First of all, you have to get planning permissions from the city that you're planning in. And so Honey Junior planted this mini forest in Tamsil. Tamsil is city, the town that, oh, thank you. The town that I usually stay in whenever I go to Seoul. So apart from COVID times, I go to Seoul like at least twice a year. So whenever I go back to the same town, and that's where I stay. I stay in the same area, and so she planted a Namjoon forest in the town where I stay usually, and I can easily visit it. And so, okay, let me look for this forest. It's it's really small. It was so small, and I don't want to say sad, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna look for the picture while I talk. For Namjoon Soup 2, which was in 2020, a similar project was held, but armies weren't allowed to go plant that because of how like COVID was really running rampant in September 2020. So um, the project went on, but armies weren't personally allowed to go plant the trees. But okay, that's enough about Namjoon Forest, Namjoon Soup. Um, in 2020, actually, there were several other projects that happened. A similar project about trees called We Purple Earth. Let's see, I'm going to give you guys the link for this as well. We Purple Earth is a project that raised enough money to plant 33,000 trees in different countries. So here's the breakdown for the different trees. There you go. And yeah, so if you donated to this cause, you would have planted trees in the Amazon, which I think is a really good cause. Amazon, that's so cool. Okay, where is this? So I should have been prepared to show this picture. I don't know why I wasn't. Okay. Anyway, so take a look at that. Take a look at that link, and you can see the project went on from 2019 to 2020, and this project was just generally, it's not in anybody's name. It was generally to make the earth a better place. And so many other countries also did this. I know of some friends, personally, these are people like that I know on Instagram, and this was in Brunei. They had their own. Do you know the country Brunei? It's such a tiny, tiny country, Brunei. I'm gonna spell it for you. Brunei. Tiny country, peaceful country, so very quiet country. So Brunei armies also gathered to plant trees in the literal forest. They went into a forest to plant more trees for the forest, and then they all stood together with a giant sign that said this was an army project, and they planted trees for Namjoon. So I love so much that so many street projects are done for Namjoon, and it's so freaking great. So armies are saving the earth in that sense, planting more trees, creating better air, I guess, taking away pollution. Um, that's all the tree projects that I have, and yeah. Do you guys know of any projects? Because all I'm doing is just telling you about all the existing projects. I'm supposed to be interacting with you. Do you guys know or have you donated to any like army projects before in existence? Let me know. I'm gonna wait a minute and let you guys type out or projects that you've heard of, projects that you've just or you know somebody who participated in that. Hmm. Okay, I'm just using that question like also to know about you. But oh, you donated to a forest project? Nice. But you didn't manage to like personally go plant the trees? Why can't I find this forest video for forest thing? I just saw it the other day. Hmm. Okay. You know what? I will find the Namjoon Soup picture or video, and I'll post it in my either my community section or in my or as an Instagram short. So go look at that. I'll look at it. I'll post it later. Oh yeah, I mean Latin America, big place. So of course. Okay. Yeah. Just so you know, after this live is over, I'm going to be doing another live, a personal live where we're not talking about army projects. So feel free to join me for that one. Even if you don't see a notification, I'm still doing the live. So just look for my account, my channel, and just come join that live after this. Okay. Let's talk about another project. Okay, so you guys know BTS did a project, not a project, but a collaboration with UNICEF. And did I stick it? Is it stuck? Oh, yes, it is. I just stick things everywhere. Anyway, BTS did a project with UNICEF, and the and whenever they were holding the concert, so for Love Yourself and also Speak Yourself, the final, UNICEF people came down, had a booth, and tried to convince armies to donate. They also sold like UNICEF souvenirs, and so they were actively BTS, and I guess Big Hit you allowed UNICEF to actively use their name to collect donations. I didn't donate at the booth, but I donated in a different way. If you see this necklace, let me show you the necklace. Can you see it? Anyway, this is a necklace that if you've actually, I don't know if you've noticed, but J-Hope wears this same necklace a lot. It's a lock necklace, and in a lot of Run BTS episodes he was wearing it, and in many other, all the time in selfies and whatever he was wearing it. This lock necklace is a BTS collaboration with Louis Vuitton. And then if you buy this necklace, you are donating $200 to UNICEF as well. So I did that, and because it was for a good cause, and also because the necklace is really pretty. Serves so many purposes. Yeah, I love this necklace. I wear it all the time. So yeah, this necklace, if you, do you guys want a link to it? Because then I'll give you a link. Then you can see what it looks like and the donation. And it's going on, like every country that has a Louis Vuitton will give you, you'll be able to donate to that. There's a bracelet version also, a cheaper version. You want a link? Yes? No? Okay, no one's responding to me. So, okay, that's fine. Who is still here? Yeah. Oh, maybe it's delayed. Maybe it's delayed. Okay, I'm gonna get a link for you. It's called the LV Locket Necklace. Let me found it. It's so freaking pretty. Oh my gosh. I can't. I love it so much. Okay, here we go. This one is for LV Singapore, but you can look for it in your own country as well. It does tell you, like just below the necklace, you can see in blue that signature UNICEF color, just like Tiffany has Tiffany blue. It says Louis Vuitton for UNICEF, and then it tells you that $200 will be donated. Okay. I can't help but think that this live is pretty quiet. I mean, thank you so much for being here. But I'm sad, like this is usually what happens when you're talking about good things. Like people don't really care about that. But when you're talking about bad things, like everybody's like, "Ooh, I want to hear this." I'm like, why? We have a lot of bad things in our lives. We have to balance it with good things. Just listen to the good things. And also, finally for this live, I finally got like my lighting correct so that I'm not overexposed or a weird like self whitewashing color, or and my camera is actually focused this time. So this is a successful setting for my live. And yeah, but not a lot of people are here, so I'm sad. I guess I will do a scheduled live next time. Yeah. But don't forget, I'm doing another live after this, so come for that as well. Hi! Oh, I was just talking about how like not a lot of people are here, but yeah, you're here. Great. We still have some more projects that we're going to talk about. And also, if you have ever donated to an army project that made the world a better place, then, or yeah, feel free to type in the comments. Let's talk about a few personal things instead of all these like great organizations. I have okay, this is a common thing as like I don't know if the same sort of, okay, it's a cultural thing, I guess. Um, to make donations, or like, okay, for example, okay, I'm only going to speak from my experience because I don't know if it exists in other cultures, okay? So don't take offense or anything. In like Asian cultures, like Southeast Asian cultures, like Chinese, I guess, Korean, Vietnam, the cultures that celebrate, oh no, actually, just generally Southeast Asian cultures, because we're all pretty similar. Uh, People like to give blessings to another person in the form of like um, donating in their name. So, for example, I want my brother to receive blessings. So I buy tons of rice and donate it to the poor in his name. Like, it doesn't have to be officially in his name, like, get a certificate or something like that. But the intention is you are donating in his name. And so the good deed is done by him. And so it counts as his good deed and not yours. So I don't know. It sounds religious, or also very just, I guess, like very cultural to do something like that. So in Korea, this is a big thing also. Yeah, and over here, a lot of the times, like my mom has done like several things like that. So, once a year, she donates to the poor. Like she buys a ton of meat to donate to the poor in the name of her children, so that we're all like we get blessed. Um, yeah. And in South Korea, well, in Korea in general, there's the same concept applies. So I really think it's a regional thing, like a Southeast Asian thing, just really so cultural. Um, yeah, in South Korea that's done as well. And so I have done things in the name of BTS just so they get the blessings. It's not really a religion. You just have to have intention, like that good intention. Like, here's the good deed, but it's not done by me. And it's done on behalf of this guy. Oh, yay! I'm so happy that I'm able to share this with you guys, so that you can understand next time you see on Twitter, or you just hear of South Korean people doing donating in the name of BTS. That's like their intention is to receive blessings. Of course, I've seen non like Southeast Asian people do it, but that's like the kind where there's a certificate, to give more like as a gift to BTS. That's not the same thing. I don't know if that's the same thing or not. I can't say for sure, but I can say for sure, like from my own cultural perspective. And so for previous like BTS birthdays, like for example, the year before Jungkook became an adult. So in Korea, uh, like when you turn 19, you're considered an adult, and you can see this from BTS Bon Voyage season 1. Jungkook turned adult while they were filming that. And so they bought a cake, and then they did all these like cute traditions. Like it's like cake, perfume, flowers, and a kiss, regardless of gender. So yeah. So the year before Jungkook turned 19, that was his last year as a non-adult, so-called, as a child. So that year I gave out chocolates to children in Jungkook's name, because that was the last year that he was a child, so that he would receive the blessings on his birthday. All the little children who enjoyed the chocolate. So yeah, things like that. It's it's doing good deeds in other people's names. So it doesn't have to be a regional thing from now on. You guys can start like the tradition, because it's not linked to like a religion or something. You can just Just do it. Interesting, huh? Good, yeah, why not? Just do it. It sounds like a fun thing to do. So, and you feel good, right? When you are buying things for other people and or like donating for other people. And like I said, when you're emotionally invested in the cause that you're doing, it just is a feeling on a whole other level. The attachment that you do for it, you can do the good deed on behalf of someone else, but you feel great doing it, and that in itself is a gift to yourself. So why not? Everybody wins. Everybody wins. There is no downside to this tradition at all. So yeah, it doesn't have to always be donation on a massive scale. It doesn't have to be army projects, like huge ass army projects, that involve tons of money and tons of people. Just you can do it like personally by yourself. So why not? Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, every year you hear Army donating in BTS's name. It was started by the South Korean armies, and I think global armies also started doing it. I think it stemmed from religion, because counting good deeds and stuff. Hmm. It probably started from there. I think other people just like, oh, that sounds like a good thing to do, so I'm gonna also do it. So, yeah. Uh, hmm. I have been to an event, not like an army event. Do you guys know of this group called Block B? Block B. So the fandom is called Bees. Block B. The fandom is called Bees. And when I attended their concert, there were these huge sacks of rice, just like piled and piled and piled outside the stadium, like along this walkway. Huge sacks of rice. It's like, wow, what is rice doing? And then I read the little sign that said like it was like 10. They didn't put all the rice there, but 10 tons of rice was bought by this bee fandom organization and donated to the poor in the name of Block B, and I thought that was really nice. So I was like, yeah. So anyway, uh, maybe you guys can start the tradition this year for BTS's birthday, the anniversary, or you can do it for like BTS's individual birthdays. Hope his birthday is over, but maybe you can start it for Yoongi's birthday. Pick a cause that he likes, maybe, or something. I don't know. Just make it meaningful for you as well. You have to feel good doing it, right? And speaking of picking a cause that the individual BTS member likes, we can segue into this next army project, which was in June 2020. African armies adopted a baby elephant in Taeyong's name, and that's so cute. I don't know if you've seen this video where Taeyong often says that he has an elephant on his body. Like there was this year, it was 2015, and there were a bunch of videos where he said, "I have an elephant on my body," and then he shows like on his arm he has like like two moles, and then he pinches his arm fats or flesh to form like a trunk looking thing, and then he says that's the elephant on my body. Anyway, he did that a few times in like Bangtan videos, and then on like other Korean shows like Hello Counselor and another show I can't remember. Anyway, So yeah, see, you remember that. So African armies adopted a baby elephant. It is called, let me send you the link for that as well. Elephant. Yeah, I remember seeing people make puns with the baby elephant. Here we go. The elephant's name is Rojo. Okay, let me give you the link for that. There we go. So this baby elephant, there's like a website that does updates for the elephant, and this website also tells you that the same group of armies, this African army group organization, also funded the rehabilitation of a tiger that needed rehabilitation. Yeah. So yeah, I love hearing of like all these armies that do this sort of thing, and I feel sad that like BTS don't go to Africa or China. And then another news for another country that BTS doesn't go to is India. And in June 2021, Namjoon thanked Indian armies for raising a huge amount of money in just 24 hours for COVID relief because it was getting super, super bad in India. And the Indian money, which is rupees, um, is very, very small. Like their currency is weak because they are an underdeveloped country. So their currency is very weak. And then, but to them, okay, so they raised the equivalent of 33.5 thousand USD in just 24 hours. And to a country like India, 33,000 USD is like a lot, because with just $1, you could probably eat like a whole meal with a drink. So that's what their currency is like. So $33,000 USD is really a lot. And Indian armies made that happen in just 24 hours for COVID relief. And so Namjoon recognized the effort for that, and he thanked them. And he said that, hopefully that they'll be BTS will be able to see armies soon. But in the 8 years that they've debuted, they've never once been to India, and I don't really know of K-pop groups that go to India. So here's the thing, I feel so sad that these armies, they're so passionate. They don't care that BTS has never been to their country. They continue to do good in the name of BTS and army. And even though like they know like BTS is never going to go there, and that's a strong kind of passion that you have to admire. uh, so yeah, Indian armies, African armies, uh, Brunei armies, all these armies who did projects, China armies, all these armies who did projects for BTS and continue to do good for BTS despite knowing that their country is not going to have a K-pop concert. And so either they have to fly somewhere else and do it, or I don't know. Yeah, I feel sad, but unfortunately, I guess that's the way it is. Um, yeah, I have actually a live that explains why BTS don't go to certain countries, and um, the live is called "Why BTS is Not Going to Your Country." So if you are interested, you should watch that, because I did do research for that as well. Okay, so that's that's all the events that I have. I have one more where the Director General of the World Health Organization tweeted his thanks to a Jungkook fan site. A Jungkook fan site that donated, oh damn, I didn't write that down. It's a huge amount of money to the World Health Organization for Jungkook's birthday. This was September 2020. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are the events that I have. I've talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 events, some personal events, and then you guys have talked about your events. And we've talked about some culture. Hi, Giselle. And yeah, that's all that I've got for you. So thanks for coming to this live and talking about good stuff with me. When I end this live, I'm going to start another one, and it's going to be a personal live, so attend that one also. And yeah, we're just going to talk about it. We're just going to talk about a few things, and then I'm going to go. So anyway, thanks for coming to this live and discussing good things and cultural things and doing good deeds in your name, in the name of BTS. So I will see you next Sunday at 12:30 p.m. KST. Alrighty? Bye, guys. Come for the live after this one. Bye.